Workout number 2 this week is going to be an EMOM. We're going to do this 3 or 4 times through. So the total workout will take between 12 and 16 minutes, depending on how many times through you're going to do it. All right, so we're going to go that many times through, 3 to 4, and you're going to start each movement on the top of the minute. Okay, so you have a minute to complete your repetitions, and then you start the new movement on the top of the minute. So you need a running clock to help keep track of when you're starting and resting. So for the EMOM, we're going to do 4 movements. All right, all of this is going to be your choice of repetitions. All right, your choice of repetitions for everything, just knowing that you start on the top of the minute and you're going to want some rest before you have to start that next movement. Okay, so keep track of the time. If you rather do some movements for a certain amount of time and get a certain amount of rest, like 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds rest, that's fine as well. All right, but try to decide before you start and try to keep it consistent for each round. All right, try not to drop off as you go too much, but keep that rep range or that amount of time you're doing that work consistent. All right, so the first movement we're going to do is a goblet squat. So we're going to hold that bell at our chest. We're going to get a nice stance, feet flat on the floor, and spreading our weight evenly through those 3 points, those tripod foot, 3 points on each foot, spreading that weight evenly and balancing our bodies throughout those 3 points on each foot. Those 3 points are the base of the heel, base of the big toe, and base of the small toe. So for this goblet squat, we're going to descend for 3 to 5 seconds. So we're going to go down nice and controlled, count to 3, we'll count to 5, and then you're going to come up also nice and slow, 3 to 5 seconds. 3 to 5 seconds descending, 3 to 5 seconds coming up. So nice controlled movements. You can challenge yourself a little bit there, but just keep track of that time. The next movement is going to be a row, your choice of a row. So you can do a bent over row, where 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Nice hinge type position to set up the flat back. Your upper body should be somewhat horizontal, not fully horizontal. You don't have to bend over too much, but you shouldn't just be standing almost straight up doing this. So you're going to bend over, you're going to grab the bell, and you're going to pull that elbow up nice and high with the elbow. You can even think about rotating those shoulders as you do it and keeping that bell and that arm close to your side. Making sure we have enough time to switch sides, because you only have 1 minute to do both sides. So I would suggest if you're doing amount of time, you do 20 seconds each side, or making sure you're keeping track and switching sides if you're choosing an amount of reps. All right, and giving yourself a little time to rest before that next movement. The other row variation you can choose is an upright row. So you're pulling the bell straight up, getting it to about your chin or your mouth, at least the handle to your chin. That's the goal. Bringing those elbows up, and the bell should stay nice and close to your body. And stabilizing with that posterior chain, your backside standing straight up. Try not to do too much swinging movements or creating momentum with your body. You want to feel it in your shoulders here. After the row, you're going to do a hip thrust. All right, so you're going to get on the floor, lay on your back with heels under your knees. You're going to place that bell right at your hips, just below the belly, and you're going to press those hips up as high as you can while keeping your feet flat on the floor and your shoulders on the floor as well. Controlling, so you can explode up a little bit And you can even hold at the top, that top position there, to control and work those glutes a little bit more. So after the hip thrust, you can do a curl and or a pullover, okay? So for the curl, just grab the bell by the horns, and you just going from an extended arm position, so arms almost straight with a light lock in the arms, and hinging at the elbows and pulling that bell to your chest, squeezing at the top. If you want to do a curl and pullover, you can do the curl. So once you get to the chest here, bring that bell nice and gently over your head, nice and controlled. Curl, pull over, so that bell is going to go behind your head, working those triceps a bit. Come back around, and then curl again. If you just want to do the pull over, that's fine as well. Not extending those arms into that bicep curl. All right. So again, keep track of the amount of rounds you choose to do, and every minute you'll start a new movement. All right. That's workout number 2.